Welcome to another episode of Beyond Cheers, Detective Gomez Files. How's everybody doing today? Ladies and gentlemen, today we're talking about a case where sometimes it's not always something you want to believe that's happening in your relationship, and it is happening, and right before your very eyes. And today we have Liz that's going to be on our show today. We call her. She wants to go by Lizzy. We'll call her Lizzy, but she went through a very, very tough situation in her marriage, to where it's kind of blindsided about what her husband did, and very, very disturbing, because there's a new trend of this happening these days. So she's going to talk about that today a little bit, and how her husband left her for another trans woman, so to speak. Okay, so let's stand by and let's talk to her. Lizzy, how you doing today?
Pretty good.
Good. Okay, Lizzy, in our pre-interview, we talked a little bit about you being married. How long were you married for?
6 years.
Okay, 6 years. Okay, so your husband left you for a trans woman, and
Yes.
a trans woman is a woman who is assigned male at birth,
Mm-hmm.
and then presents herself as a woman, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's talk about how all it happened. Okay, you're married for a while. Tell me a little bit about what you and your husband used to do for socially. Like, what would y'all do to entertain yourselves?
So we would, here in San Antonio, would go out to a lot of the gay bars, and we would go to like the drag shows. We would be privately invited to a lot of gay events going around in San Antonio, because we were one of the few heterosexual couples in San Antonio that would support the community.
Okay. And you just support them. You're just there to support them for whatever they're doing, whether galas or drag
Mhm.
shows, or just support them.
Yeah.
And I'm sure some of these drag shows are funny. I've seen some online sometimes. They're hilarious. They're funny.
Yeah.
They put on a show. It's a drag
Yeah.
show. What it is?
Yeah.
Drag. So you're there at the drag show, and I know you mentioned specifically one of them that kind of made you kind of turn your eye and look at them like, "What'd you just say?" Type thing.
Yeah.
So tell me about what happened at that particular drag show.
So we went to it was actually a birthday bash that we went to. And we were personally invited to go to his birthday bash. And there was several girls that came in from RuPaul's Drag Race
Okay.
that that was performing. And coincidentally, there was a certain queen that was there.
Okay.
And I kind of seen that she was, googly eyeing, my husband, and my husband was googly eyeing her too. And I'm just kind of there with another friend, like, what the heck? Like, why are like, that's kind of weird, like, why are they giving each other, like the love eyes?
Mm-hmm.
And even my friend was all like, who is that? And I was like, I have no idea. So my husband ended up getting up and like, walking over to this certain, queen, and they were talking for a long time. And I guess he offered her to sit with us, because then
Okay.
the whole night she was like sitting with us. And even at that, they were still, like looking at each other and giving each other the love eyes. And I was all like, what the, like, okay, like that's weird.
Yeah, and those trans women, I mean, they wear a lot of heavy makeup too. So if they're
Yeah.
looking at somebody, you can tell they're looking at somebody because the makeup's so
Yeah.
heavy, the eyelashes are so big, and you're like, okay, why are you staring at my husband like that?
Yeah.
You know, the did you ever did you ask him that night or after that evening, like, hey, well, what was that all about, or did you just kind of just let it go? They're
No,
just
I just kind of let it go. And was just like, okay, maybe it's just my, like my jealousy getting in the way.
right.
But then it started coming out to being more like, okay, like now, like what's going on?
Okay. So do you ask him what's going on? Like, okay, what's I mean, I'm not jealous, but Is something you're not telling me, or you're kind of how does Lizzy handle that?
I pretty much just asked, like, because I had noticed that he was getting like more like short with me
Hmm.
and more like he was being more on his phone than normal.
Okay.
So then that's when I had asked him, like, like what's going on, and that's when he had said that um he pretty much was in love with this trans girl, and he pretty much wanted me to be okay with it, and he wanted to be in an open relationship with her. And when he needed the real wife, then that's when he would call on me. But when he, I guess, go to the shows or whatever, that it would be her to be the one that would go.
Now, Lizzy, when he tells you that, does your jaw just drop? Like, what the hell are you talking about? I mean, how do you handle it?
With that, I was all like, no, like that's not, like, no, like I've been married to you for 6 years. We've been together for 11. Like, I'm not okay with that. Like, so not okay with that. And I had asked him, I was all like, like, what is her name? And I mean, he told me her name. And that's when I was like, so that's the girl that sat with us. And he was like, yeah, like, I'm so attracted to her. And I'm, like, me being attracted to her is making me lose attraction for you. And I think, like, that's, like, and that's when he had told me, he's like, I think I'm in love with her.
How does that make you feel as a woman when he told you that?
I had pretty much just told him, well, you need to make your decision. You want to be with her or you want to be with me. But at the end of the day, like, your political views now make no sense.
Right. Do you have political views saying something completely different?
Yes.
Okay.
So much different.
Would you want to share a few of those, or?
He supports Trump.
Okay.
If that says anything.
No, he supports Trump on some of the philosophies that Trump says about the whole transgender thing,
Mm-hmm.
but he's in love with the transgender, right?
Yes.
And you're like, what the hell? Did were there any, besides what happened at the drag show? Were there any other red flags that came up during your relationship that you saw
No,
this
because it
coming?
was strictly like for the past, like, because we were together for 11 years. He wasn't, going out and partying. He wasn't, like when we would go to the shows, he wouldn't drink, he wouldn't nothing. And it was like literally in a blink of an eye, it just all changed.
Just blindsided, just hit
Yes.
you. Wow. Oh, feel for that. Feel for you. The So are you divorced now?
We are currently in the process of getting the divorce.
Okay. What would you tell somebody else, Lizzy, that, I mean, you know, that may have something similar to what you're going through? I mean, how would you tell them to handle? Hey, by the way, try to, because you always hear people, I want to save my marriage. I want to save my marriage. There ain't no saving this.
There's no saving it. Just go with what your heart says, because I did try to save it and I did try to work it out, and it was completely downplaying how I felt, didn't care, I don't care. Um just know
Did
your
you,
worth, really.
did you ever say you escaped? Because you did explain to him like he
I
does,
asked him, and his exact words was, I am a straight man attracted to trans women.
and you explained to him about the whole
I
male part
explained
pattern.
it to him that if she is pre-surgery, it is a man, and he said no. He is a straight man attracted to a trans woman,
Okay.
which makes no sense.
No, that's not. So you filed for the, and I guess you're not, and Lizzie's not okay with that. So look, dude, okay, if you want to be attracted to a trans woman, that's your thing. I'm out of this. I'm done. I'm finished. Just get divorced and go live
Yes,
your life in your imaginary world.
pretty much.
The Okay, so back, what advice would you give somebody else? Just say, would you tell somebody, say, make your decision one way or another? You can't live both lives like that. Not
Yeah, no, I mean, just make your decision and honestly go with the way that your heart felt. And my
Mhm.
heart really felt like he was never going to change. And for him to downplay my emotions the way that he did, I just knew that I was in a losing battle.
Does it hurt a little bit more to know that you didn't lose him? He didn't cheat on you with a man, but he kind of did. But he didn't cheat on you with a woman, but he kind of did too, because he said he was attracted to a trans woman. So how does it feel, you being a woman, knowing that he basically was cheating on you with a trans woman? How does that feel?
I mean, at first, like I wanted to expose her and let everybody know, like, know who she was, but it pretty much blew up in both of their faces without me saying anything.
Oh, really?
So it was kind of like at the end of the day, I still got the last laugh. Um, because this person is non-bookable in San Antonio.
Oh, okay.
Um, and pretty much she's making the name for herself out there without me saying anything.
Good.
And a lot of people think that I went out saying something, but I really didn't. Like I didn't say anything. So
Karma comes around, right?
yeah.
Eventually. Okay, Lizzie. Well, we want to thank you for being part of our podcast. Say
Mhm.
thank you for sharing your story. Wish you the best of luck moving
You're welcome.
forward. You got plenty of life left to live. Enjoy it in peace and
Yes.
the correct way, of course. So thank you
Yes.
so much,
You're
and
welcome.
thank you for sharing your story.
Uh-huh.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Lizzie for sharing her story today. You know, it's tough to date these days. I keep telling people that it's tougher and tougher, and be married too. So just be careful out there, and always look out for the red flags. Okay, we want to thank Mr. Juan Hernandez, our sponsor, for sponsoring the podcast today. You can contact him at 214-900-0000 or visit him at juanlaw.com. Been involved in a personal injury accident, 18-wheeler accident, car accident, contact him today. Also, I want to thank Detective 𝐿Gomez. That's me. If you've been involved in a cheating situation, call me. I'll be more than glad to help you. I love to catch some cheaters, male or female. Do not discriminate. Contact me today, 214-823-5600. And also, I want to thank Ms. Victoria Nwabe. Contact her at 214-391. Child custody, divorce, thinking about divorce, restraining orders. Contact her today. Okay, do that. She's a professional. She can help you. Trust me, a lot of my clients use her on a regular basis, so definitely give her a shout. All right, take care. Thank you for being a part of Beyond Cheers, the Detective 𝐿Gomez Files, and we'll see you next time on our podcast. Be safe, and except be careful dating out there. Take care, and I'll see you next time.
This is Detective 𝐿Gomez, everybody. He'll uncover everything that you're hiding. This is Detective 𝐿Gomez, everybody. Watch out, he'll know if you're lying. This is Detective